You've solved two sum before, but have you actually solved it the way an interviewer wants to see? By the end of this video, you'll know three different ways to solve it and exactly which one to reach for under pressure. Let's start simple. You're given an array of numbers and a target. You need to find two numbers that add up to that target. Easy, right? Here's the first approach almost everyone starts with: brute force. You loop through every number, then you loop through every other number. You check if they add up to the target. It works. It's also slow. This is O of n squared time complexity because you're comparing every pair. Why does that matter? Because interviewers are watching how you think about scale. If your array had a million elements, brute force would crawl. So, what's the second way? Sorting plus two pointers. You sort the array first, then you place one pointer at the start and one at the end. You move them toward each other based on whether your current sum is too high or too low. This gets you down to O of n log n, mostly from the sort itself. But there's a catch. Sorting changes the original positions of your numbers. If the question asks for indices, not values, this approach quietly breaks unless you track the original positions separately. That's a mistake that gets people stuck mid interview. Have you ever lost points on a solution that was technically correct, just not what was asked? Now, here's the approach most interviewers actually want to see: the hash map pattern. You walk through the array once. For each number, you check if the target minus that number already exists in your hash map. If it does, you found your pair instantly. If it doesn't, you store the current number and its index, then keep going. This is the same lookup as you go pattern you'll see again in problems like contains duplicate or longest substring without repeating characters. Learn it once here and you'll recognize it everywhere else. Why is this the best of the three? Single pass. O of n time, O of n space. You trade a little memory for a lot of speed, and you never have to worry about losing index information because you're working with the original array the whole time. Let's walk through it quickly. Say your target is 9 and you're looking at 7. You check, does 2 exist in your map yet? If not, you store 7. Move to the next number. Say it's 2, does 7 minus. Wait, does 9 minus 2, which is 7, exist in your map? Yes, you're done. Two numbers, one pass, no nested loops. Here's the mistake almost every beginner makes with this pattern. Checking the map before adding the current number is what makes it work. Add first, and you might accidentally match a number with itself. So, which one is best? Brute force teaches you the problem. Sorting plus two pointers teaches you trade offs. The hash map approach is what you should default to in almost every real interview because it's fast, clean, and shows you understand space time trade offs without overcomplicating things. You started this video wondering which way to solve two sum. Now you know all three, and you know exactly which one to reach for when the pressure's on. If you want to keep building this kind of pattern recognition, subscribe because the next video breaks down the sliding window pattern, the one technique that quietly solves a huge chunk of array and string problems you'll see in real interviews.